What the hell happened to you, Otis?
Poison ivy out back, maybe?
We're itchy.
No, they're not my parents. The worms are in their brains.
You ever heard of anything like that?
Oh, what's going on here, exactly?
Either you ever seen anything like that?
I'm so hungry, Bill.
Me neither. I watch Animal Planet all the time.
Do you mind handing me a piece of that possum over there?
Oh, my easygoing nature is getting sorely fucking tested.
Welcome, everybody, to Midnight Cinema, your deep dive into cult classics, sci-fi, and horror movies that you love. I am Art Hennessy in San Diego, California.
And I'm Erik here in Wheelsy, South Carolina, I think. Not sure, but we're having a little problem with some slithery aliens traveling around.
Ooh.
Actually, no, I'm not. I'm surprised. Quelle surprise. I'm Erik in Salem, Massachusetts. We thought point out to all our viewers for behind the scenes, this is take 2 of our beginning because Art's having I think Art's being possessed. Are you part of a hive mind now?
Yes,
you're wearing a squid shirt, I noticed.
And so are you. Are we part of some hive mind?
Yes, our minds are connected for some reason.
That's right. We didn't coordinate our tentacled shirts here today.
We didn't, but yeah, we're both wearing them.
That's right, which is appropriate, Erik, because this week we are talking about the movie Slither, a 2006 film directed by James Gunn, starring Nathan Fillion, Elizabeth Banks, Tanya Saulnier, Greg Henry, and Michael Rooker.
Wow.
Yes.
All-star cast.
Yes, it is a good cast. I like this cast.
Michael Rooker from a frickin' Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. That movie freaked me out.
That's right. I know a few episodes ago, you were asking about found footage, right?
Yeah.
And what's the first sort of found footage horror movie? And I guess when you think about it, right, Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer is kind of one of the first ones.
Yeah, and it makes you so upset, Art, that I just love doing this to you. Makes you so upset that you're mixing up your words. It's awesome. You're like Portrait of a Serial Killer. It's a Slirial Killer. Watch out, everybody!
It's the Slirial Killer.
Slirial. Right. But we got Elizabeth Banks, too.
Yes, young Elizabeth Banks.
From everything. How old do you think Elizabeth Banks is in this, by the way? Without looking.
Meaning the actress Elizabeth Banks,
yep.
or
how
the
old
character?
Is she in this when she shot the film?
I don't know. This was early on. Around this time, she was sort of hitting with 40-Year-Old Virgin. She had little roles in that. Wet Hot American Summer, right? Those movies. So I think she was sort of just coming on the scenes, but I don't know. I can't tell you.
Well, she's about 32.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, wow, seems younger. But yeah, Elizabeth Banks and the guy from Firefly.
Yes, Nathan Fillion, who has had a pretty good career, but he has such a cult following. That movie Firefly has an intense following. Are you part of it?
No.
Okay.
I rewatched some of it, and I got halfway through it, not because of Slither, which, by the way, wasn't the original name of this movie.
Okay.
Fun facts. You want to hear what they wanted to call it?
What?
Wiggle, right? You could see why they didn't wiggle. They were going to call it Wiggle.
Well, let's talk about it, Erik.
They could have called it Crawley. How about Crawley? Legless. Gestate was one I was thinking. Gestation.
Well, this was clearly a tough one to sell, Erik, because this movie, despite what you and I are probably going to talk about and think about this movie, it came out, critics generally liked it. It bombed. It was a complete bomb when it came out. Yeah.
Slither?
$15 million budget, and I don't think it even made that back on its
poor
box
James
office.
Gunn in his directorial debut. Oh no,
Correct.
James. It killed his career, apparently. Oh no, wait, it didn't.
No, it didn't. And James Gunn has appeared a little bit on this podcast before. We did mention him, the Dawn of the Dead remake, which we covered, that 2000 era Dawn of the Dead remake. He wrote the script for that, which we liked that script.
And Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo? He wrote Scooby-Doo and the sequel, right? Did he write the sequel to Scooby-Doo as well?
Classics. We're going to cover those. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see. Zoinks.
He has had an interesting career. He was a musician in a band, and then he started to get into filmmaking in the Trauma universe, which, yes, that's right.
I did not know that, Art.
Yes.
Oh, trauma or trauma.
Yes.
Trauma.
You may recognize a very significant person from Trauma in this film. Yeah.
No.
No?
I didn't. No, because
you don't recognize Lloyd Kaufman?
Yeah.
He's in. No, he's the guy who founded Trauma, and he's in this movie. Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
So James Gunn started in Trauma. He wrote and directed Tromeo and Juliet, which I think you've experienced. I haven't seen that movie.
Oh God. Oh gosh. Just great piece of cinematography.
Yes.
Oh.
So you can see his influences coming from Trauma there. He started to break into the mainstream by penning that script for the Dawn of the Dead remake. And then here he is making his debut film, like you said. And so this film comes out. So you're watching this film, Erik, this weird sci-fi horror comedy mashup that we're going to talk about. And it bombs. And so, of course, you're going to think that 20 years later, Erik, he's going to be directing the new Superman movie that's come out, and he's made bazillions of dollars for studios, and he heads up the DC cinematic universe now. So quite a trajectory for James Gunn.
Yeah, he's got, a lot of stuff in his, whatever you call it, in his belt, on his belt, in his pocket, up his nose.
Yes.
I mean, he did, right? Didn't he do Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes. Yeah.
And using the same actors.
I know there are similar
same
people.
accent, by the way. Same accent. For some reason, he really likes this accent.
Well, we should get into it because we can talk about a lot of things in this movie that you see he's going to use in the future, and then also where we've seen some of these things before. Watching this, Erik, sort of for the first time, I was like, wow. This is a course in midnight cinema, our podcast, because you're going to see things that you and I have talked about specifically.
Yep. And might not be, it may have been a bomb at the box office, but I doubt the podcast will be a bomb because we're going to rip into it. We're going to slither right over we're going to just absorb it.
And we're going to open up with a meteor hurtling towards Earth right out of classic science fiction, seeing that something coming through the space, hurtling past us, heading towards the planet.
Yep. And that endeth the dinosaurs. Right? It looks huge. I'm like, if this thing hits the Earth, we're all dead. But I guess not.
And I like that little detail, Erik, not to get into this too much. I know we can sometimes get in.
Oh, we will.
When it hurtles past the camera, we sort of hear an extra added sound design where it sort of gives you the sound of what's on the meteor. It comes past the camera and you hear like, then it hurtles past. So you get the feeling of something more than just the whoosh in space as it goes past. And I like that they took the care to put in there.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't hear that one. That's so funny. I was watching it spin like, woo, this is really good. Doesn't look like a blue screen was what I was thinking.
Then we're going to cut down to our town here. The big billboard's going to let us know where we are.
Wheelsy. We're in Wheelsy. Is it North Carolina? It's some Carolina, right? Yeah, I always thought it was Weasley. I thought would have been a better name. Wheelsy. Welcome to Wheelsy.
Yeah, it's a really old billboard peeling off on the sides.
Yep.
You're wondering when they put that on there.
There's two officers in the car, and we're supposed to know clearly that they have nothing to do at night. So they're not clocking cars, they're clocking birds.
Yes.
Flying by, right?
Yeah. The whippoorwill.
Yeah. What is a whippoorwill?
A whippoorwill, yeah.
Great name for a bird. Whippoorwill. It's a whippoorwill in Wheelsy. What?
And you're already seeing it's a quirky dialogue James Gunn has in here. These little things. I noticed he's saying it's going about 28 miles per hour or something.
Yeah.
And then he goes, you wouldn't think that. You would think 31. like not that it wasn't that much
29.
difference.
Yeah. And this is where you can see this is a slower version. This is like a southern drawl version of what James Gunn does with other movies where they're just like fast slap talking each other. Like everybody has a quip.
So that guy's in the passenger seat, but in the driver's seat is somebody with their hat down trying to sleep. But this guy just wants to do the whippoorwill. And we meet our hero, Nathan Fillion, is sitting in the seat. And it's interesting to me because I like the dialogue. Once again, I'm not going to keep stopping, but that little thing of he's like, I'm trying to, and he doesn't want to say I'm trying to sleep because that's weird for a police officer, but he's suggesting that that's exactly what he's trying to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to this or something. And I love what you say, Art. It's like we're not gonna stop, but we always stop, Art. We always.
I know,
we're
but
deep diving. We're deep diving.
And behind them, shoop, here comes the meteor. We see it come right down behind them. They don't see it though.
Nope. So what I want to know here, Art, is when we all of a sudden see something in the woods from a POV after the crash. So you're like, what is this? And it's like an Evil Dead type of thing. Like,
you hit it exactly what I was going to say. It's stolen from Evil Dead.
Yeah. But then it goes right to a meteor. Surprise again, cracks open. Surprise. But I thought, what POV is this? Because the meteor is the object and it's tiny right now. So what's going on here?
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know if the POV was to throw us off or make us feel weird. Because, what you immediately think is this is whatever landed in the meteor is tearing ass through the forest. But it's not. This is just a POV camera.
Yep. And the meteor cracks open. Yeah. We get a lot of cracking open of circles.
Yes.
Right? We get a lot of orbs cracking open in our podcasts.
Yes.
We should only do podcasts. That's going to be the MO. Is there a sphere that cracks open? No.
Correct.
Well, forget it.
Yeah.
So we're establishing this town because apparently, I don't know what time it is, what season it is, but it's cold out, right?
It's cold, maybe the fall. It's going into the fall. Deer season is going to be starting, so we know that.
Yeah.
So
because
that's right. That's a big thing.
There's got the Deer Cheer Festival.
Cheer Festival.
Deer Cheer Festival is in town. And do you notice they're showing what's with all the townsfolk here? We're supposed to think that this place is like done for. Like they're showing you all these people in the town.
Mm-hmm.
And do you see the guy with the teeth? Like it looks like he was a zombie at one point and bit his own lips off. What was that?
He has a cleft palate, and I think that they're going to mention him later when they're talking about one of the ranches. But he's got that cleft palate.
You don't even, it shows and you're like, what is going on here? Is a priest smoking?
It almost seems like, Erik, suddenly you're watching a documentary about this town, right? It's like, suddenly we cut from Evil Dead camera and two goofing off deputies to like, we visited this town that's struck by the meth addiction or something like.
Right.
But I think these are actors that they have. I don't think that they're really showing the people in the town. And it's interesting what they're showing because also you said, what time of year is it? What year is it? With the cars, the mismatch and the...
Yep.
I'm not sure the date...
They show it, Art, when the Deer Festival. They spent a lot of money on signs, apparently, but it says Deer Festival and it says 2005.
Okay, so we're in the present day.
Yeah,
but do you know what I'm talking about? Maybe we're supposed to feel like this town is behind. This town is like a decade, maybe a decade and a half behind where the rest of the country is, right?
Art, it's rural.
It is rural.
Rural. That's why we go up to New Hampshire, we go to Storyland. It's rural. Like that guy with no lips, he's there. He's there like, welcome to Storyland.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why they talk like that, but yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a rural town.
It's a rural town and it has a mayor who's super chill. He's super, super chill. The mayor, we meet him.
Yeah.
But this is what I mean. The mayor is in the car. My first car.
No.
I owned that car.
You did?
Yeah, that was my first car. I bought it from my grandfather. He had it. And
did you swear at traffic all the time too?
No, but that's what I mean. Where are we? Looks like the early 80s or like the mid 80s with the cars.
Yeah.
And then it's,
He's like the Jaws mayor, except he's on cocaine. That's what he's like,
Yeah. I like this actor, and I think he's fun, by the way. I'm not criticizing him. I think he's fun throughout the movie. Yeah. Greg Henry is the name of the actor, just for those people who want to know.
And that character's name.
I know Mayor you know McCready. This. Speaking of midnight cinema, what's his name, Erik?
McCready.
Yes.
R.J. McCready, I think. J.R. McCready.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's gonna go drive his car, and then he's gonna go up to the Antarctic and fight a creature. He's Kurt Russell from The Thing.
Well, apparently, right? Is it Jack McCready? Is that Jack McCready? So also Jack Burton. That's
J.R. McCready.
Yeah. But Jack Burton, he's purposely
Jack Burton and R.J. McCready or something. J.R. McCready. Yeah. Anyway, it's from The Thing. The Thing, as we say. We have to say The Thing from now on.
Yeah, and so, like I said, the opening from space with that meteor was the thing with the spaceship coming down.
Oh, yeah.
We're starting to see all of these references. And he is a hothead, and he's screaming, and he's yelling.
Oh, my gosh.
And this is how we're introduced to him being the mayor. We don't know that at first. What I like is he's yelling and screaming at this guy in front of him who looks like that guy could kick his ass. But the guy kind of rolls his eyes at him and gets in his truck. But then a woman across the street is like, "Hey, mayor!"
Yeah,
he
with
has
her
to
little
be all
daughter.
nice.
Hi, like hi. Whoops, who cares? He's like, who cares? I don't care.
So we're like you said, this is all to just establish where we are, and then we cut to a classroom, writing on the board, "Survival of the fittest." There's our. We're starting to introduce our themes of creatures and who survives in the universe, these things. This is kind of a trope, Erik. Would you call this a trope? A lot of movies use...
You would call it a trope.
I would call it a trope. A lot of these horror sci-fi movies use a teacher or a professor or somebody at the beginning to sort of lay out something like Darwin or metaphysics or something like that to kind of just lay out our themes.
Because we wouldn't know this, Art. We wouldn't piece together this at all if it wasn't for the exposition in the classroom. We wouldn't know what's going on. Right. So it's very needed. It's needed because we're introduced to Starla, played by Elizabeth Banks, who I think holds the accent pretty well.
Yeah. She does a good job. She does a really good job in this. I like Elizabeth Banks. She's good. I think she's a talent that it's interesting she's comedic, definitely, but also can really handle drama and being the lead of something. And I think her sensibilities, they find different ways. Like she's probably most famous to people for her Hunger Games, right? That weird Hunger Games character, right?
Yes. And I'm trying to think of a Hunger Games quote now, and it's not coming on. It's not coming.
But
all I can think of is her in the Hunger Games going, "This house is clean." I'm like, no, that's not it. That's not. But she's apparently, I think all the students in the class are well cast because they look like just real students. All the guys look like idiots, and then they're all staring at Elizabeth Banks, and they do a shot of her butt, and then this is rated R, right?
Yeah,
this is the only boob we get in the whole movie, and it's a kid drawing inappropriate pictures of his teacher.
Yes.
So those are our boobs, everyone. I know we haven't got a lot of boobs. We haven't been covering a lot of boob movies, but that's it, except for Humanoids from the Deep, which did enough boobs to last forever. This is it. We get illustrated boob.
Yeah, so the class, all the guys are slack-jawed with drool coming out of their
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yep.
But then we're going to meet another student, though, Kylie. We're going to meet her, and she's kind of rolling her eyes at the guy next to her who's drawing the boobs. She's she's a
Kylie.
student.
But fun fact about Kylie is, when I watched it again because I have to because of the podcast, I didn't realize that was Kylie until like the second watch. I went, "Oh, that's Kylie."
They don't do enough here
They don't do anything
to establish like her at all.
You don't know. You don't know that that's the person on the poster.
Yeah.
You don't know that every single poster is of this character. Yes, that's her. That's her.
And so we're going to learn now that Starla is married to Michael Rooker.
To Grant.
Yes.
Grant.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
He does a good job with this character. You picture this guy he's buff, but you don't know yet. And he's got He's bald on purpose, and then he's got these super big glasses.
Yes.
So, and he talks like that. He looks like he's going to kill you, but in the nerdiest way possible.
Yeah, I like it. It's an interesting performance because I think you know Michael Rooker and you know what his persona is, and here he looks a little. They make him. They soften him in this interesting way with glasses, like you said, and things like that.
Yep.
So I like it. I like it because you're not quite sure. But then we cut across the street. I guess everybody in the town is now at the school, like all the police officers and all, like because we have to have all this exposition.
Double duty. They're all helping the kids across the street.
Yeah, and this is where we learn where Nathan Fillion, who plays Bill Party, he was one of the officers we saw in the car at the beginning. The guy who was trying to sleep. He's actually the chief. He's actually the police chief.
Well, it works, Art. Unlike Phantoms, I believe he could be the police chief in this one.
I believe so too.
Right? Even though he's probably 34.
Right. But I think it's such a disconnect because we saw him like trying to sleep in the car and things. So we're like, okay, this is a really small town. And we also know it's a really small town because everybody knows everybody's business. Because now we're going to get the backstory, right? They're going to dump a lot on us here. We're going to meet a female officer who's sort of serving as the crossing guard, it looks like, too. She's a deputy. And they all are talking about how Bill, the police chief, used to carry a torch for Starla, Elizabeth Banks.
They were going to go off to Hollywood. They were going to go off to Hollywood together, Art, but it didn't work out.
Well, she met up with Grant, Michael Rooker, Starla. And of course, everybody there is like, well, yeah, he's got a lot of money. So she grew up poor in a trailer, it sounds like, and just sort of course, she's going to go with him and be with him.
And he's older. He's like 40s, right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. 40.
I think when he was doing this movie, he was probably like in his 50s, right? Like maybe into 50, maybe Michael Rooker.
Well, how old is he in Guardians of the Galaxy?
He's older, I think. I
right.
think, unless he just looks really old. Remember, Erik, he was in Portrait of a Serial Killer when we were in high school.
Yep. True.
So,
True. Might be a good time to point out that just for no reason, the name of the team, the Wheelsy, they're the Wheelsy Cooters.
Cooters.
What?
It's just one line dropped. I wrote it down too the first time I was watching it. And I thought it would come back. I thought it would come back and be a running joke, but they just drop it here. Like,
and are we running this joke? I don't know. I'm going to try not to. I'm trying not to cheer for the Cooters. I think the Cooters really have it in this year.
Yeah.
That's all I'll get. They came out of it. I can't. I'm not doing No, I won't do it.
Do you remember when they won? The Cooters won the championship, Erik? Do you remember?
What happened when they won?
Well, they won. They, like you said, they won. The Cooters came from behind.
You did. No, nope.
You don't remember that one?
That
was famous. They got the banner up in the gym.
Oh, the last year they had to pull out early.
Oh,
come on. I'm sorry, Orsina, whoever.
God,
might
we're
be
awful.
Offended by Cuda.
Yeah, I'm glad we have the explicit rating.
I'm glad this entire podcast is about the name of the team and Wheelsy. But there's another joke too, because they say something about it's something about the gina, and you know what I'm talking about there.
Well, they say it to the deputy is a lesbian. The deputy, the woman, and they say to her, she's like, of course she married the rich person, and Nathan Fillion is like, if he had a gina, you would have married him too,
right? Because
he's so rich. That was the joke. And then a little kid, because mind you, there's little kids crossing the street, and they're like, "What's that?
What's a gina?"
Yeah. So, so we're getting more of this local color, like you said, quips. So what you're understanding quickly in this movie is this is a horror comedy. We're getting established for ourselves watching it what we're in for here. this is going to be Tucker and Dale versus evil type of, thing, right?
And they do it pretty well. I mean, they're cracking jokes and stuff, but they're not saying, look how funny I am. So it works. It's real.
And so we're going to see Starla and,
Starla
and Grant at home at night.
And let me tell you something. Grant goes to the gym because apparently he's got all that time because he's got all that money. But he's in bed. He's the one with the shirt off, and he's like patting the bed and that weird. He's like, "Come on, Starla, let's go. It's time to get it on."
He can't wait for her to get into the bed.
Oh my God, he's so excited, and he is not good at being sexy at all. No.
He's also not very good at reading signals either.
No. If you've got the curlers and maybe a good book, nothing's happening that night, Art.
Yeah.
No, if you got your "Don't Touch Me" PJs on, nothing's happening.
Nothing. Yeah. No. He's those signals are not getting through to him at all.
No.
Because on the TV, I will note there's a crocodile eating a zebra on the television.
Vicious attack.
It is.
But right now, you kind of think he's kind of jerky because he does this really weird thing. Like, she's like, "I don't have an on-off button." And he's like, "Sure you do." And he flicks her nip with his finger. And he's like,
"Yes."
It's just, he is no good. He is not good at seduction. I'll tell you that.
And Erik, this is a little where I see in there Gunn's trauma-ish background with some of this humor, right? You sort of see
this helps me, Art, because I didn't know that. And now as we go forward with all the just horrifically gross stuff that's in this film.
Yeah.
In Slither. Sorry, in Crawley.
But even the humor, you're seeing some of that.
Yeah, but trauma's way over the top.
No, it is. But and so he does a little bit of, it gets a little uncomfortable, I have to say, him trying to force the issue here. Like you said, but she's not having it. She is just not having it. And he does
what any man would do, right? You do what any man in this situation would do is you go out for a drink in your small town. I'm going out. He goes out.
He doesn't do what she suggests, which how did she put it, Erik?
Oh my God. Wait. What did she say? She says, she goes, you could just work one out. Why don't you just work one out? I think that's what it is.
Work one out for yourself.
Work one out for yourself. She's like, she's trying. It's like,
Yeah. Let's do it. But that's not good for him. He's just gonna throw on his pants and head out. Yeah.
Yep.
He's gonna go out.
Yeah, and goes to the local bar. I guess probably the only bar.
Well, because when I think rural karaoke, I think this is where it's just you're like, this is that we're gonna see this all the way through like Guardians of the Galaxy, that weird oddball James Gunn stuff where the woman's singing the crying game on the karaoke, and she's terrible.
Yeah. About the crying game. Yeah.
Like
karaoke.
So, and so he's at the bar.
So he's there having a few drinks.
Yeah, but he's going to meet somebody he knows.
Brenda. And also the actor's name is Brenda. How cool is that? So Brenda's one of those, she's attractive and she's a little more rough and tumble, but she's attractive and she's got a crush on Grant. Fun fact about the actor, Brenda, is they gave her the script and she read the first scene and she was like, "Yes, I'm going to do this." And then on the plane to LA, she read through the script and she said she was crying on the plane until she landed. Like, what did I get myself into? Oh my God.
Yeah, it's because her character.
Whoa, it has an arc.
I'll tell you.
Her character, no, it doesn't have an arc. It has a sphere. Her character has a sphere.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a little weird here too. We learned that that Grant, Michael Rooker, liked her sister, and she couldn't understand why he liked her sister because her sister was fat, and she was the younger sister. But Grant goes, "You were like 10, so of course I didn't have an interest in you." And she says, "I was up for it." And I just like, right. It's all like you're like, okay, this movie, I have to say, we're going to find out some things later. And the ages, I'm like, boy, James Gunn is really leaning into this rural towns, like, the way things work sexually. There's a lot of that in here. Like, that's a little uncomfortable.
But so they have this little pass, and then she says, "Let's go in the woods. I want to show you the tree," or was it him showing her the tree?
It's her. She wants to prove that she had this crush on him when she was younger.
So they go deep into the woods where the one tree she decided, which is creepy if it was the age of 10, I'll tell you that, to carve their initials on the tree. And he's like, "Oh, good goodness, you did it. Look at that." And then they start doing that awkward. They both suck at romance. They're like shoving each other and like, and then she jumps on him to give him a kiss.
Yeah, but he loves Starla. He does. This is where we see he's not going to go through with it. He's not.
Nope,
he's pushes her away.
Even though he's an awkward man.
Mm-hmm.
He loves Starla, and he's not going to cheat on her.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
But we're going to see that cracked open meteor over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've got that typical slime, the slime trail. There's always a slime trail.
Yeah.
Right?
They're going to follow it, and it leads to a pretty cool looking creature, a sluggy.
Go ahead, describe it, Art. I want to hear your description first. Go ahead.
Really?
Go ahead. We're all listening, Art.
It looks like I don't know, the larva, like it's a larva like you find in the ground, and it's sort of inching its way across the ground like it's heading somewhere. But I don't know. Do you have a good I don't think I'm living up to your description.
You said a what? A grub?
Like a grub, yeah.
No. I'm thinking it looked like a giant pot sticker, or it looked like a Chinese dumpling that became sentient. That's what. Yeah, it's a round. Know what it looks like is if you covered a burrito in water. That's what it is. Except on its back is a little. It looks like when you get a really bad scar from stitches. I have one of those. That's what it looks like. It looks like it's got this just weird scarry wound on its back.
Down the back of it. Yeah. And yes, I was going to say they have these sound effects of it moving, and it's all slick and shiny. And it's kind of icky. I like it as a creature, and it looks relatively harmless when you look at it. It's just a slug. Harmless,
but come on, man. First, we'll talk about an alien creature that made its way to Earth. And this is the creature. This is the OG, as we say, as we kids say. It's the OG creature. So you tell me that this creature has survived for billions of years, starting like this? What are the chances? What if it landed in the Grand Canyon? What if it landed in the Sahara Desert, Art? I'm just pointing out there's not much going on there. It lands in the forest, conveniently moist.
Yes.
But
that scar, we're going to see, Michael Rooker wants to poke it with a stick. Brenda wants to just get out. Brenda doesn't want anything to do with this thing.
Yeah.
And he pokes it with a stick, and the scar kind of opens up with the sticky slime all around it. And it looks almost like a rattle from a rattlesnake, kind of puts up, and it's kind of quivering. Yeah.
A quivering rattle with a point to it.
Yes.
Another interesting part of this creature where I'm thinking, this creature, its job is to reproduce, and this is the best it came up with is a little rattlesnake.
I know. The movie's been setting us up evolution and best adapted to its situation and its environment. That was the lecture that Starla was giving us earlier.
Oh, which we may have to cover. Evolution, we may have to cover that.
Ah, good. Put on the list.
So what happens when you poke a dumpling with a stick, Art?
When you poke a dumpling with a stick, this sounds like a Chinese proverb.
Right. He who pokes dumpling with stick gets nipple piercing. No, I don't know.
It's like the old kung fu show, grasshopper.
Right.
Grasshopper, when you poke dumpling with stick.
You get something.
but you get like it shoots out like a dart. It's almost like a dart that somebody, like a blow dart almost.
Yeah.
It goes right into his sternum, right right in there.
Yep.
And I think Michael Rooker does a great job acting here, to tell you the truth of what he's going through.
Yeah. And what I love here is we see it. Didn't have to do this, but I thought it was awesome. It's he's lying on the ground, and all of a sudden it is an X-ray, like a point of view of what we're seeing happening, which I thought was so cool. You see the rattlesnake thing making its way up into his brain. But I thought that was absolutely interesting to me. I'm like, we didn't need it, and I love it. So
yeah, I like a lot of things that they do in this movie, that little things like this that like you said, you don't have to do, but they thought to do. And you're like, oh, there it is. It's going up into his brain. And then he's not right. Brenda sort of wakes him up, and he's not right. You can tell he's not walking right. He's not quite there.
And you know how I break things apart, Art, with the ghosts, and like, why are ghosts doing this? Why are monsters doing this? Why are they hiding? So this is a creature, little bit of spoilers here, but it's a creature that survived for billions of years. So the way it starts to reproduce or whatever is it shoots one frickin' quill from its doughy innards into one person. There's two people there, but nope, it's just got the one. It's got one shot, and then it's done. But seems to work every time. I guess. Was there more rattlesnake?
Like, what would happen, Eric? It's a good point. What would happen if it landed on our planet and the first thing it ran into was a stegosaurus or something like that, that tough armor that's on the outside? Like,
or that, what if it just missed? What if it missed? What if, as it shot, then Grant tripped all of a sudden and it goes swing and sticks into the tree? The creature's like, fuck, shit, god damn it.
It's trying to get away. Shit. Oh,
like stepping on
squirming.
It.
It's
something trying to get me with a barb.
1 billion years. That's it. So Grant is not right, and he's gonna go home.
Well, we think the way he's looking is it looks like he's seeing things for the first time. So watching this, I'm thinking, oh, did he just get taken over by something? Because he's observing everything like, what's this? Yeah,
and the movie's going to do something interesting with this, but that never quite explains what's happening. But he goes home, he pulls in crooked on the driveway, and he starts mowing on the well-stocked refrigerator. I have to say, they keep a lot of meat. He wants meat, but they keep a lot in there.
In a rural town, you got to have a lot of meat. There's a lot of cows and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand a freezer, Eric. This was in the fridge. I'm like, well, how much?
Maybe every night. Maybe Grant likes.
You did point out Michael Rooker is rocking a good bod in this. So
he is. He needs that protein.
Grant is watching his macros.
And Starla would be cooking, but it's the morning, and she decides that, which makes her nice as well. She's in one of those, what do you call it? Satin, white, sexy, but not too sexy negligees. And she wants to tell Grant that she still loves him and wants to have makeup sex.
Mm-hmm.
But she's also a little awkward about it. She's like pulling her shoulder, like, here, I want to be womanly, or whatever she's saying. And we have to point out, Art, that he's right now, technically, he's Alien Grant right now.
Yes. And he's downstairs when he hears her getting ready with this. He's making some type of a nest in the basement. He's making like a nest and like snuggling into it. He's going like, oh yeah.
You gotta set it up if you make it a family,
So you're like, oh, what?
But we're thinking, oh, he's setting this up. Yeah, they're gonna make a family. It's the family nest. But you think, is it for Starla? Is he gonna kill Starla? He's gonna kill her.
Well, that's what you're thinking. I was thinking at this point, Eric, you're thinking, oh, Starla's next. She's gonna get eaten, or she's gonna get taken over next. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But she puts on, you know what, Eric? The savage beast's heart is always tamed by air supply. Like you
absolutely. Whenever Orsina and I are feeling romantic, we just put that right on.
Air supply.
We put on any number of those, but this one nails it.
If you were being chased by Jason, Michael Myers, anybody, just throw on the air supply.
Yep, and they'll stop because they want to hear, "You're every woman in the world to me. You're my fantasy." I have this on my playlist.
Yeah, we're seeing early on. This is James Gunn with the needle drops, right?
Oh
James
my
Gunn.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yes, the freaking Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack.
Right. He likes the needle drops, the how he likes to use sort of iconic music there from that period.
Yeah, a lot of
yeah. And he might a couple of years before this, I remember you would see David O. Russell would do this, like in Three Kings. They had like Chicago on the soundtrack as they were having like a fight in Iraq or something in Kuwait in that movie.
Yeah, always better to have a song that doesn't fit for whatever it is.
Yes, it's interesting. I know.
Except this one, there's a little nod to what could be happening here. But here's what we have Grant Alien. He's an alien, apparently, taken over by this Barb. And she's saying the sweetest things to him. She's like, I do love you. And the alien, it's not Grant anymore, right? So, but it's got Grant's memories and things. I think is what's happening here. But the alien Grant is so taken by her words that he's not going to do anything. He starts crying.
Yeah.
The crying game, I guess. Oh, maybe. And she's like, oh, Grant. And you know what happens when men are sensitive? Show your sensitive side.
And now she's every woman in the world.
Yes. And you show your sensitive side, Art, and then you get to have sexy time.
Yes.
Oh, so you're crying. Oh, Grant. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. They make some love. And then we're going to cut to Starla's school. She likes gossiping about her sex life to the coworker.
Yes.
Who calls her a slut? You slut.
Can we Art, you said it. So here we go.
Okay.
I want to point out why so many times in this movie do we hear slut, whore, bitch.
Slut, we hear it a lot. This is, but I think this is, I think this is the, I think that this is the trauma background. I think that there's kind of I think that kind of, I don't know. I know what you're talking about. Later, it's pretty harsh.
Too.
Yeah.
And I'm just not sure why. Like, why would the other teacher say to her, oh, you had sex with your husband, it was really good, you slut. I'm like, no.
But then she goes like, hey, you're a married woman. You can have fun. You can.
And apparently the sex was very good because we know it's Alien's first time with the chugga chugga. Because he usually doesn't have any of those parts. Alien's like, why didn't I land here first? Holy crap. That's what's going on.
Yeah. Well, he worked up an appetite because he's going to go to the grocery store, Grant, and he's going to stock up on ribeye steaks.
Yes. And this is
like
where
14.
we're seeing too, is he's talking like Grant. So he technically is Grant. This is where, even for me, it's a little confusing. So if we're being taken over by an alien entity, he's still retaining Grantisms, and he's like,
well, he knows where to go. He knows how to drive. He knows how to
he's picking out the ribeye. He's go, I'll take that ribeye. And he's like, you know what?
And he calls the guy, I think, by his name. I think when he calls the butcher by his name.
So he knows. He knows.
Yeah. So I guess we saw that the thing in the X-ray, it melded with his brain. So I guess that's it. He absorbs, and we're going to see that's part of this, which is a typical thing, right? For the idea of some of these alien invasion movies, right, Erik? They absorb.
That never happens.
They absorb and they sort of become one being.
This is a new concept, Art. It's never been done. Never been done before. I was like, wow, taking over your brain?
So Starla comes home and notices there's a lock now on the basement door.
Yep. There's a lock. And what's the lock for? Well, it's your birthday. I wouldn't be so nosy if it's your birthday coming up. She's like, for two months from now. Well, it's close. But we see he's got personality and stuff. So what's going on?
He is, but it's interesting to think, Erik, that there's an alien trying to figure out how to be cagey here. Like right? If you really think about it, the alien is like, it's your birthday. Not for 2 months. Well,
close. That's close. Imagine if there's in like 2025, we see the alien going on like Twitter, or he's going on like Instagram trying to figure shit out. Like, what do I say to my wife?
But and then he gets he gets like urges, But he leaves the house. You can see he's getting something's coming over him, but he leaves the house. So this is where in the movie you're starting to realize, okay, he is not going to hurt Elizabeth Banks.
No,
not
but he is going to
Starla.
He is going to look at her butt. Let's point out how many times there's only 3. Full disclosure, there's only 3. How many times do we zoom in on Elizabeth Banks' butt? And the total, just so you know, is 3.
3. Okay. So we've had 2 already, right?
No, this is the second one.
This second.
Yeah.
Right.
So apparently everybody likes Elizabeth's butt.
Yeah, and so he goes outside. He stumbles into the yard. We can see, and he looks over though, and he sees a dog in the yard.
Yep.
And he's licking his chops suddenly.
It's not the dog from the gate, but I thought maybe it's the dog from the gate with a haircut. But yeah, he goes after the dog, right? We don't see what happens, but we hear the...
Yeah, we do know that the dog gets it. They give us the little scream from the dog there.
Yeah. Yelp! Yelp!
So he's all sated now, hunger-wise, so he comes in and she's in the shower.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Rated R.
Erik.
Here's the funny thing about showers when they fog up. You know those showers with the glass? When they fog up, they fog up to a certain point and then they stop so you can't see anything except the shoulders and above. It's a fact. It is a hot shower fact.
Right.
Unless you're a raunchy rated R movie, then there is no door.
Yeah. I wonder, it makes you think it's very clear. But also I will say, for the sake of the scene and the horror, that fog needs to be there as well, because it's going to disguise something on him for her.
Yeah,
she's not going to see.
Grant now is not looking too good. He pulls his shirt aside, the collar, and he's got looks like a rash. He's not looking too good, and he's struggling with something. Mm-hmm. And then he frickin' opens up his shirt a little bit, and really well done.
Mm-hmm.
These 2 extra long sausage links made really badly, like from somewhere in Germany. They just didn't know what they were doing. And on the end are these barbs.
Yeah.
And there's 2 of them that come out. So it looks like just 2 ungodly gross tentacle fingers with spikes on it.
Yeah, it's really gross and really ugh, and you can't stop. And like you said, this is great. They are using practical effects. Like they're clearly putting the work in to make this stuff really look good here.
Yep.
I don't know if they're using CGI to augment it a little bit with the movement and things like that. But you can see
when they could.
Yeah.
They used CGI. So CGI and practical effects. Not watching that, I'm not sure. But it looks great. Here's where we see the struggle, Art.
Mm-hmm.
We see a struggle that Alien Grant, does he love Starla? Because whatever he's trying to do there, he stops. And he's like, I gotta go. Because he's getting ready to go to the deer cheer hoedown. She's all upset that he's not going. I gotta go.
There's always an event in these towns, Erik. There's always some sort of an event, right?
That's another thing that we we have to cover an event. It's got to have an event and an orb.
Yeah, because we got to
do it
together. Yeah, but she never sees it. She looks him right in the eyes, but she doesn't see that stuff because the fog, like you said, Erik.
Yeah.
We don't get to see Elizabeth Banks' breasts, and we don't get to see Michael Rooker's testicles. Like what? What are they?
Interesting fact about those is they had one originally, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But when they shot it, they're like, this looks too much like, the aliens. So they put 2 in.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that actual trivia?
Like, oh, no. We got to do 2. But they chose 2. I always thought that was weird, 2 instead of 1. There you go. Yeah, that's that little fun fact there. That's his penis. That could be his penis. Yeah.
But we're gonna cut now. Like she's getting ready. We're gonna cut to the deer cheer. And it's quite a hoedown, Erik. There's line dancing. Everybody's there.
You got antlers.
Yeah. Police
all
Chief
kinds.
Bill's there. Nathan Fillion and his deputy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. They're all having a great time. Starla's there, and she's dolled up pretty good. She has this great dress on. I really like the dress. But she's still, she's still got a cover, like a little shawl. Mhm. Where's Grant though? How come he's not going to make it?
Well, Grant's gonna go see. Remember Brenda?
Oh, yeah.
Brenda that went out and saw the geode with him. He's gonna go see her at her trailer, and we're gonna learn that she has the largest baby in the Appalachian, like
it is a big
mid-Atlantic coast.
Big baby. Yeah,
it's a big baby. That head on the baby, and it's a real baby. Like that's a. Yeah.
I was just thinking, ouch. And it's fairly new. It's not a toddler. It's a new baby. So she's
seemed
right
almost
back at it.
Possible. It's gigantic.
She's looking good for just having a baby. I mean, I don't know how she must do sit-ups all the time. I don't know what's going on, but
so he's showing up again to see her. And she thinks it's, he wants to have the little nookie that we didn't have the other night. That's what she's thinking.
Yeah. Right? Here's where the alien. So some of the lines like, do we want to like Grant or not? Because he says she's either a single mom or she's married, but she's got someone in her life. And he's like, is that half Mexican at home? I'm like, oh, Grant.
Yeah. We get, like you said, we get a lot of this from this small town people. These things come out.
But he's never been like, he wasn't.
We didn't establish him as that type of a person before.
We kind of like him a little bit, right, Art? Mm-hmm. I mean, we kind of feel bad for Alien Grant now.
Yeah. Like I said, it's an interesting character that we have here. Yeah. And he's clearly conflicted. But back at the deer cheer, Nate tries to go out on the porch, have a little conversation with Elizabeth Banks. Yeah. Little looking out over the night. It's cold. But she's a little loyal to Grant too. Nothing's going to happen there, right?
She made her nest in the cellar and then she's going to have to reproduce in it. She's loyal. They're making her very likable. Grant's awkward to like, but you don't dislike him. So Elizabeth Banks, and right now, not helpless, but very inward. She's not an outgoing person. Not yet.
But they got to get inside, Erik, because the mayor's going to give a speech.
Oh my God. I didn't even write that one down. I was like, what is, well, he's like in the Bible, right?
Well, God invented this world, he says, so that man should have dominion. And when he said that, I think he was thinking of deer season and Wheelsy.
Am I right, everybody?
And he is a character, man. When the band's playing, he's slapping the bass on the side. He is like you said earlier, it's like he's on cocaine or meth or something.
He is just something's up. He doesn't just drink beer. He's got something going on at home. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. There's also, we're seeing that obviously that's what do you call what do you coughing? Do you have a parasite in you?
I just coughed. Sorry. Yeah. So.
Oh, wait, what's in your mouth, Art? Get it out. We're keeping it. We're keeping your cough.
We'll keep that. Yeah. So we're cross-cutting here with the festival, the deer cheer.
No cross-cutting.
And then what's going on in the trailer? So we're getting all of this, and in the trailer, there's a shot where he looks down as the mayor's giving this speech about God and dominion. And then we see in the trailer Grant, and it's a creepy vision. The baby's looking up through the mobile that's over the top, and Grant is looking down at the baby with a creepy look on him, on his face. And you think
he's going to eat that baby is what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, that baby's baby's a snack. If I was looking for some meat, then
seriously,
I'd be like, you know what? I mean,
oh my gosh.
Seriously. You got leftovers with that little baby.
Yeah. But he's got other things on his mind than eating right now.
Yeah.
So he goes over and poor Brenda, this is kind of a gross, violating, makes you feel icky, this scene.
It's a little rapey because he's covering her mouth.
Yes. Yeah. It's
and he's got the little.
He uses his testicles.
I'm sorry, what? What does he use?
His 10 testicles.
Uses his. I'm trying to picture that scene. It's like, stop.
But
Yeah, they go, both of them, very important.
Yes.
Both of them go right in.
Yes.
But I don't know if you notice, one of them is chugging some juice in there. I think it's just one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's both, but one of them, you're seeing stuff go in. And behind the scenes, the way they made these, it's amazing how they did all this research on stuff. But it's pretty gross, but doesn't take long because Alien Grant's like, oh. And then finally, Brenda kind of gets into a little bit. She's like, like something happens to Brenda. All while the number one babysitting movie is on the TV. You're going to babysit your own kid. You should watch this movie, right?
Well, it's a trauma film, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Toxic Avenger.
Right, exactly. Got to have the classics on there.
Always, if you want to put a kid down to sleep, you just put on a Romeo and Juliet.
Plus, it's like we're 2006, and the televisions sometime in this movie look like they are from a different era. Like it's very interesting to me. It's a whole vibe. This movie.
So if you want to babysit your kid, you watch trauma movies. If you want to seduce your neighbor, you say things like, Brenda, you are chocolate for the eyes.
That was the line.
Chocolate. You chocolate for the eyes, Brenda.
Grant. Oh, Grant. Oh, go on.
Oh, show me your testicles. Good effects, right? We're not.
It's uncomfortable. It's icky. It's gross. It's
so when you watching this, the tentacle thing, what did you think was happening to Brenda?
I thought
he's eating meat a lot. So
he was eating meat a lot, but he's not eating her. So I think I saw that something was happening. I was thinking Brenda was going to be created. Brenda was going to become some sort of version of him or something. I was like, oh, she's going to become possessed or something.
Yeah. Or I also thought that maybe he was sucking her juices out and he was going to get bigger or something.
Yeah.
We still don't know.
I think there was part of me, it might be a little later, where I thought, oh, this is like the Thing where they absorb everything and then he can sort of be a lot of different things, which I think is semi-true. Yeah, like, the Thing, they can have like a dog head off to one side.
We know the Thing, Art. Don't you worry. We know the Thing. So Starla comes home. It's the same night. Is it the same night?
That's what I thought. We're back at Starla's home after this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Grant she sees.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grant's not looking good, right?
He is not looking good at all.
So when you go through the woods and you come home, you get a little rash to start and you're like, oh yeah, I ran into some bushes when I was taking a pee. And then the next day your face is bloated. Like, oh, it's poison. It's poison sumac. You're suffering. Your eyes are closed. Yeah, I think he looks nasty. And he's got a boil on his head.
Well, she's like, what the hell is going on? And he's like, it's all right. I saw a doctor and
what was the beast
so I'm like, the alien must be getting more information about being a human because he's making excuses.
Yes.
Yeah.
He even knows the doctor's name. He's like, I got a bee sting. You know how these things have a bee sting. She's like, oh my God, Grant. But she actually cares about him. You see that she does care about him in this scene.
Yeah.
Right?
But she has to head out and he starts picking up. He goes down into his basement, it looks like, and he's picking up gross scraps of meat. Yeah. We're already thinking, oh, these are dogs, or something. We saw him get that dog before. It's a kind of a gross scene. He's picking them up and putting them in a big trash bag.
Yeah, Brenda?
No, I didn't. I didn't think it was Brenda.
All right.
I don't think. I just thought it was animals. I thought it was like animals that he had. Well,
I wanted to know. I'm still thinking, what happened to Brenda? Mm-hmm. So we see him dragging the bags around in the woods.
At the same time, Starla, driving to work, notices the bulletin board with all the missing pet signs on it.
All of them. And people are really good in this small town at jumping on that. I mean, their pet goes missing within a few days. They're already all up, Art. They went to the Xerox machine or wherever they went. They printed it out. I mean, wow. They're really...
how many were on that board? A lot.
50? Yeah. And nobody's running into each other, Art. Nobody's like putting up their dog and going, oh my God, your cat's missing too? Oh, when did that happen? When did these people put them up? I'm just confused.
Yeah. And then we're going to see where Grant is going with they're going to see it. It's like he's going to a barn. He's got the trash bag and he opens it up and Brenda's in there.
Brenda's in there chained
and
up.
She's chained up in there and she doesn't look good. And she's just talking about how hungry she is.
Yes. And if you notice, her stomach's a little freaky. It's like a little warped, gross looking tummy. She's like, I'm so didn't think I'd be this hungry. Something. Yeah. And he just slops whatever that is that you said was in the cellar right in front of her. And she's like, oh yeah. He's like,
it's a long shot, but we hear her biting into it. And and you sort of see she's biting into that stuff. It's gross and icky. Yeah.
Something's going on here because he's done something to her. Her stomach's weird looking. And all she wants to do is eat gross meat.
Yeah.
And she's not like, let me go. She's just saying how hungry she is.
Yeah. And then we're going to cut back because right away, Starla's coming home from school and she's looking around, the house and the police pull up. They're on it in this town right away. I have to say,
small town.
Pull up.
I was born in a small town. Lots of aliens in a small town.
Yeah. So the police pull up and they're asking Starla, Nate Fillion, Bill is asking her, hey, have you seen Grant? Because this woman Brenda's missing and Grant was seen going into her trailer.
Yep. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you can see she's connecting things about how weird he's been acting.
Yep. She also called the doctor and he's like, I haven't seen your husband in a year. And she's like, oh. So she's got to break open that. Here's the fun thing about locks. Yeah. Apparently, you put a lock on your cell door. If you got a good hammer, or whatever she used, you can break it off. Which is
like an aluminum bat. To be fair, what knocked off was not the lock itself. Yeah. She knocked the whole thing off that you screw into the door jamb. So,
and that's why, Art, you have to use 2-inch screws. 3/4 inch not going to cover it.
No, but he doesn't know that. He's an alien.
He doesn't know. He's learning. He didn't watch the hardware channel or whatever it is.
And she opens up that basement door. I would have immediately called Bill. I would have immediately called Bill. She even Erik goes, and smells it. And there's tarps hanging. And I'm like, it is a murder basement. Like,
it's nasty.
It is nasty. But she goes down. She goes down the stairs.
She continues to go down the stairs. Yeah.
I wouldn't go down the stairs.
And how could she not smell that from upstairs?
Ooh.
How did she not smell that in an old house? I have no idea. But why, when you look down there, there's all kinds of animals. They're showing shots of cats and dogs and everything. Why are the wolf bodies labeled wolves? Why?
I wondered the same thing. Why is he categorizing them? Is he also a scientist, from another planet?
If he's feeding the poor Brenda, maybe it's like, well, I'll save the wolf for Saturday because, that's a different protein.
Erik, he starts writing the date on it so that it doesn't get too bad.
Before 7:20.
Rotate the stalk. He's got to make sure he rotates it. Yeah. She hauls ass up the stairs and she's heading out and she calls the police, leaves a message, and then he's there.
Alien Grant, and he's looking even worse. And what you notice here is if you follow like I do, looking closely at what's happening, is his mouth. He's got on his mouth, the first when it starts is like something on the right side of his mouth. And then it's getting worse and worse and worse. So his right side is being pulled back a little bit. I was noticing he kind of looks like half the Joker. So I just thought, wow, they're not just slapping makeup on this guy. They are doing a succession. What's the word I'm looking for? They are
sequential, yeah.
So I want to point that out for when we see Alien Grant later.
Yes.
But she's not having it this time because she's betrayed him.
Yes.
So emotional. This alien's so emotional.
He's very upset. He feels betrayed, and the tentacles are going to start coming out, and they're attacking. They're trying to find a way in. She's fighting them off, and and those tentacles look really dangerous. It's thrilling. You're like, whoa, what's going to happen here? And you don't know yet. You think maybe, even though she's been established as the main character, maybe she's done for a year.
This is it.
I don't
for
know.
Elizabeth Banks. Maybe.
Yeah.
But you know what helps is side table furniture. Whenever you're being attacked by an alien, grab a small side table if you can.
Yes.
And she hits him with it.
I don't even know if that would subdue Michael Rooker, just in general.
Why are you hitting with a side table, darling? Damn it. That was my mother's. Nah, I'm going to kill you. But, good scene.
But then he kind of gets her in a sleeper hold, but we notice this is a great effect. His arm starts to morph into almost like a tentacle that starts to, it becomes a little fatter and and rotund, and it sort of squirms around her neck, and you're like, oh, his whole body is transforming now.
Yes.
He can do that. Yeah.
I agree. Great effect here. And good job on both the actors' parts. And
it reminds me a little bit of there's a Japanese horror movie called Spirals or something, where the people in the town end up like sort of twisting and their bodies start twisting.
Oh, this is the one with their faces split apart and they have the tentacle things that shoot out.
I can't remember exactly, but it sort of harkened back to that for me. It was like, but he's definitely doing that. But our police are on it again about this movie. The police are always there. They came right back. They must have got the message that she left.
Yeah, because they're done. They're done clocking birds of prey or whatever it is. So now they are on the job. And how many police officers do we have here? Like 4, 5?
Yeah. Well, we got him. We got the deputy, the heavier set guy. We got the lesbian. She's there, the woman. And then we have another guy. I like this guy. He's sort of a doofus. He's I don't know. He's like a thin guy.
Yeah,
he has some good lines later on.
Yep.
And they come in and they just see it. And what I love about it is they all come in and they're all sort of bunched together, the police officers. And you see the tentacle arm like in front of them in the foreground. And you can see they're all like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. And they don't fire at him, but he decides to take off. And I love when he leaves, his arm is still hanging. Like it's just all of a sudden not doing anything, is knocking over furniture.
Yeah, it like hits a vase that's on a little stand on the way out. Like,
because he's trying it out. You know, the alien's not sure how to operate what he can do with his new body. But you did say we were thinking, what the fuck is that? But that's one of the lines that Bill says, which I think is funny. What the fuck was that?
Then we're going to cut 3 days later. It gives us a time thing. It's been 3 days. And at the police station, the mayor's here again, and he's on Nathan Fillion's ass. He's on police chief Bill's ass.
Yeah, I don't remember what he's saying here, but the mayor again, still he snorted his coke in the office, and now he's just like, rah, 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 what's going on?
And they all kind of get a kick out of the mayor. They're kind of making fun of him, and they have a squid plushie that they're like a little squid.
They're referring to the description of Alien Grant as he's like kind of a squid. Yeah.
Yeah,
because
the mayor thinks it's Lyme disease.
It could be Lyme disease. You know, you go out in the woods, you eat something or whatever, you get Lyme disease. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And
we're also introduced to Shelby, who, if you're watching the movie when it came out, you wouldn't have no idea who it is. It's just a throwaway part, Shelby. But it's Jenna from The Office, right?
Yes, who married to James Gunn.
Married to James Gunn. But very small part, right? It's
Jenna Fisher. Yeah.
Yeah, Jenna Fisher.
Pam from The Office.
Yeah, Pam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't see much of her around, do we?
Who then, we haven't mentioned this with James Gunn, is then she convinced James Gunn to cast Rainn Wilson in Super. That movie Super, that James Gunn did? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's James Gunn. But,
there you go. Always looking out for actors, that James Gunn.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, I guess now they're like, well, we gotta find Grant, and they figure out. I love the little squid stickers on the map. My first thought was, where did they get the squid stickers? This town has everything, Art. You can instantly make a poster of your lost animal. You can buy a squid sticker. They've got endless amounts of meat. This town, for a small town, has got everything.
Yeah.
Squid stickers. Just pointing it out. It's hard to get a squid sticker. It's amazing we're both wearing shirts like that.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
And
so,
there's a huge amount of woods that he could be hiding in. And then we have one of my favorite lines where James Gunn is good for lines like this, where he says, looking for him out there would be like looking for a needle in a fuck stack.
A fuck sack. Yep.
But it's like
a lot of fuck in this. Yep.
There is. Yeah. Because they got to get that R rating.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they're looking for Alien Grant. They figure he's going farm to farm to get the meat. And then
they're trying to predict which farm he'll get to next.
Yeah. Because they're finding dead animals, right? They're finding dead animals on different farms. They're like, oh, okay, so he must be heading. So when they go out, small town, Art, small town, any kind of sticker you want, instant printing, and thousands of guns. Your choice of guns here at the police station.
Well,
where do they get all the guns, Art?
We did get cued into this. This is small town, rural. At the beginning, we saw the gun stores with their signs at the beginning. This is a gun culture we're meant to.
They have a lot. They have like automatics and shotguns.
And they have a grenade, which they conspicuously point out. One grenade.
It's just one grenade. It's the
but they
little
keep
round
it there. They don't
grenade.
put it out with them.
You might know, what is the round grenade? It's round, like a ball.
I don't know.
You got the fragmented grenade, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this one was round. You're an army dude. What is the round grenade?
I don't know. I think we threw the round ones, to tell you the truth.
We threw the round ones?
We didn't have those like ones that you see in the World War II and everything. The ones we had weren't like that. They were round.
Well, that's boring.
Yeah.
No, cut it out. Cut it out of the podcast. Forget it. I don't want to talk about the grenade.
I do have a grenade range story, though, but we'll save that for another time.
God.
But so they're going to go out to the ranch. They think the next ranch to be hit is the Strudemeyer's ranch. Is that what they call it?
Strudel-Peters?
Yeah.
The Strudel-Peters?
Yeah, they're going to go out to that.
You know, they all settled there. The Strudelmeyers. They came over from what, Germany or Sweden?
We'll go to that ranch, and we're gonna hide out and wait for him to take some livestock there. So
but Starla's like, I'm going with you, and all of a sudden, Starla's like a fashion plate. She's got this awesome Italian leather jacket.
Yes.
What the hell? What is she, cool now? She only puts on the cool stuff when she's not hanging out with Grant. It's a nice jacket.
So they're gonna go out, basically do a stakeout out in the field. So they're pairing off. We get some banter between the different people. One group, a guy sort of poking another guy while he's falling asleep and waking up. And then the deputy is there with the mayor, and the mayor's talking to him about the female officer. And he says something crass there too.
Do they have to hit this ball? They're like, no, Margaret packs a box lunch.
Yeah.
Like, really, guys?
And this is where we find out that Bill is paired off with Starla, and they're sitting there, and they tell the story about how Starla, when she was 12, she came to Bill's window. He was maybe a couple of years older, like 14, and she said, I'm going to run off to Hollywood, and you can come and be my bodyguard. Bill called the police on her.
Yep. Called the police on her.
Yeah.
And then became one.
Yeah, then he became one.
That's how life works, Art. That's how life works.
Yeah.
So the family, the Stroheckers, or whoever they are, they own the farm, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know who's in there yet, do we?
In the farm?
The family in the farmhouse? Which is
we're
nice
kind of introduced
farmhouse.
in a cross-cutting now. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice farmhouse. Did you see how nice this place is? Rural America, dollar goes a long way, because that's a nice house.
Right.
Yeah. So they're waiting, and then we finally get to see. I think this movie moves first. I want to say moves forward, because I'm not like, what's happening? We see deluxe Alien Grant showing up.
Yeah,
in the
they show
field.
him in pieces, though. They tease us a little bit, right?
Yeah.
We're seeing the first one to see him, I think, is the mayor. He has just a great reaction. He sort of stands up. He's like, he's not saying anything, but sort of like, what the fuck is that? And you see something with tentacles moving through the tall grass, and you're not quite able to make it out, right, Eric? This is sort of going to show it to us from different angles as each one of our groups sort of sees it from a distance.
Well worth it when it's a reveal. Yeah. But they apparently this is a puppet that they're operating in the field. There's a bunch of people operating this thing that's going. So if you look really close, like of course I do, you see that the face is not really that animated, but such a great prop. It's an actual prop. It's not CG. It's Squid Grant. And I think one of the lines, right? He goes, "You said squid."
And the deputy says, it got worse.
Yeah. He goes, "For better or for worse, that's fucking worse."
And they're all kind of, what the hell? But Starla goes out. She walks out into the field towards it to talk to it because she knows it's Grant.
After he took down a cow. Yeah.
With his tentacle, we can see it from afar. That tentacle kind of went whoosh into the cow.
This is where you see the progress of the mouth. Because remember the little boil that was on his head? Now that we got 2 tentacles coming out of that, he's like a meat packet. He's just grotesque. And
it's sort of like Jabba the Hutt a little bit with his face. And you said that little bit of teeth on the side has grown a little bit.
He's got like one part of his mouth is regular, but the rest is like super amount of teeth and just goes way back. I thought that was really, really cool. And he can't really talk anymore.
Yeah.
And looks like they're having a moment, right?
They are. They're totally having a moment because she goes out to talk to him and she's sort of like they're talking about marriage as a sacred vow, and he's looking at her, and Michael Rooker's doing a good job through all this makeup, Eric. Yeah. Like you said, of emoting. Yeah.
He's tearful. He's like, yeah. And God bless him for being in this makeup. This is him in this freaking giant 30-pound hunk of flesh on his face.
And it's good makeup because we can still see the human through it. It's still gross. You can. Yeah.
That's one side of it is his lips. The other side's
but then one of the townsmen is going to come out with a gun to threaten him. And this is,
this can go 2 ways.
And then, like we saw him do with that cattle, this tentacle just sort of comes out and whips, almost like a bullwhip. It's like, like
super long. Because
it snaps out at this guy.
Yep.
Yeah. And a very delayed reaction. The guy
very delayed. Because you don't know when you've been split in half by a tentacle vertically. And it looks great. It looks great.
Because it's not even that he falls, the 2 pieces fall to each side. It sort of opens from the front and his guts and everything spill out this guy. So and then he's off. We see how fast he can go. Grant
slithers away.
He does, but it's fast. It's like a snake, a cobra or something that goes really fast.
Yeah, so how come he's so fast here, Art? But he's on a pensive walk when we first see him. Just like
I know.
Now he gets on the ground and he's gone.
Yeah, it's like we see him just going through the grass. And this is interesting. They chase him. They chase him into the woods. I don't know that I would I don't know that I would want to go into the woods.
No, Art. No, you just saw him whip somebody from 25 feet away in half. And you're thinking, let's go with our guns into the woods and chase this cow eater. Let's do that. Instead of a helicopter and some flamethrowers. That's
right. Right. That's where I go back for the National Guard. Yeah. I'd call in the. Yeah. But they're going to go in to go after him.
Yep. They go into the barn. Ta-da!
Oh, yeah, they find the barn when they're going in.
Oh my God! I did some research on this, so it's Brenda. We find Brenda. Remember she's chained up before?
Yes.
She don't need to be chained up anymore.
No,
because she is.
It does remind you a little of Violet Beauregard in the idea of Violet Beauregard, right?
Yes.
Willy Wonka.
Oh, Art, yes. Picture Violet Beauregard, but it's gone horribly wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Horribly. Like she's not wearing any clothes. She's just a bloated face with matted hair. She's got two stubby hands sticking out of what looks like the earth if it was made of flesh. If you pan back, there's a photo of it I looked at. If you look at this giant ball of Brenda flesh from a distance, it does look like a boob. So this could be our only boob, the one boob. Remember the giant boob in the Everything You Want to Know About Sex, We're Afraid to Ask?
Yeah.
That? They usually come in pairs. Well, this is the other one. There you go. So she's a giant ball of flesh, and James Gunn was like, I want it to look like a huge ball. And they went, no. It should be, realistic. Like you could see, and James Gunn went, nope. I need it to look like a giant ball of flesh with her head in the middle. And they went, okay. And it's in its practical effect. They show you inside people operating different parts of this thing. I thought it was an amazing set piece.
And I love how they're just sort of talking to her.
Yes, they're talking to her, and Bill's like, so what's going on here? Exactly. Just great delivery.
Yeah. And she's like, something's wrong with me. Like,
but we do find out.
Mind handed me that piece of possum over there.
Piece of possum. And she says, how's my little Bill? And I thought she was talking to Bill Party, but apparently the baby, she's talking about her baby.
Yeah.
So I guess that little meaty kid is still alive?
Yeah. That's what I thought. They wanted to let us know.
I think there was a
kids
missed opportunity there. I don't know what Alien Grant was thinking. He's like, let the kid live.
Well, like we've seen, Alien Grant is conflicted. Like he is. He's definitely for a being that's supposed to be our villain. He's got a lot of conflict in him. That's for sure.
He's not a villain. I guess he's a survivalist. I guess. But
then
Brenda,
we're going to see.
Found out she's not. She's obviously not turning into one of those things. But something's going on.
Yeah, this is. Oof. Yeah, and well, we're going to see what's inside all of that sphere there.
It's so funny that there's so many lines that you could do from this, but she's like, these little fuckers are tearing me apart.
Yeah. So you're like going, what's going on, little fuckers? Like, what's she talking about? And then she sort of splits at the seams and blows up, and it's all these little tadpole-ish creatures. Very much, I mentioned at the beginning, this is a midnight cinema greatest hits. I got very Deadly Spawn type of feeling from these things, right? Yeah.
Yes. So according to James Gunn, there's supposed to be about 35,000 of them or something. And it's a sea of these critters, and what do they look like? Let's say you went to an adult toy shop.
Okay.
Right? And you're like, listen, I want something that's completely silicone, like completely rubber. Okay, good. And I need it to be kind of reddish color. Red? Yeah, red, like tongue colored. Okay. And do you want it to look like a human phallus? No. I like kind of like, when a dog gets excited. Oh God, what? Yeah, that's what I want. But put mucus on it. Can you do one of those? That's what they. I may have gone too far, but that's what they look like to me. They look like,
because it is gross, and they immediately start just swarming everywhere. They're going all over our heroes here that are in the barn. They immediately, it seems like their main goal is to get into the person's mouth, because some of them just jump right in to people's mouths.
Because you're surprised.
Yeah.
When you're surprised, you go, oh, like that. And they just take that opportunity, just jammed right in there.
So, Bill and Bill jumps on Starla, and they sort of covering each other's mouths, so that it doesn't go in their mouth. And the deputy, the woman, she's covering her mouth too.
Yep.
But meanwhile, we're watching everybody else just get overtaken by these things, and swarms and swarms,
including Mustache Guy. I thought, but and they drop to the ground, so we think they're probably dead. But here's what I noticed about the evolution of this creature, right? So we're talking about, it comes in as the most inefficient thing you could think of at the beginning. Shoots a barb, gets it to person. The person has to impregnate another thing. Then it makes a bunch of slugs, thousands of them, and then they're supposed to go in your mouth. But if you cover your mouth, they just fuck off.
Yeah.
They left.
Yeah, because Grant, Alien Grant, he has his tentacles that he can shoot into you to I guess.
Yeah, but
is that only for impregnating
when they're swarming over you? If you cover your mouth,
I guess that's all.
They don't try to get in there. They just leave.
Yeah,
they took off in the woods.
All the creatures, they take off. They're gone suddenly, and so they left.
The mayor didn't get.
No, he didn't. He survived too.
Yep.
But he has a great line, Erik. He goes, "It went in my mouth. What kind of a thing wants to let you eat it? Wants you to eat it?" Yeah,
and what kind of thing wants you to eat? Yeah. But just funny. But he survived. So we get our main characters. A couple of. Is there only one?
Well, Starla and Bill are alive. The female deputy, and then the mayor. So we got them. They're all they all survived this. Well, the other people are out cold. They're lying on the ground.
Yeah, they're dead.
But we're going to cut back to the Studemeyer house. The
Studebaker house.
Yeah, and Kylie's getting in the bath.
Kindly, who, if you didn't pay attention at the beginning of the movie, you have no idea who this is. I would say she's what, 19?
Well, we know she's in high school, so
hopefully she's 18.
And this actress, I have to say, Erik, throughout the movie, her times, it's like it depends on what angle they're shooting her at. She looks sometimes like you said, like 15 or 16, and sometimes she looks like she's 27.
Yeah, and thankfully in this scene, she looks older. And this farmhouse, the nice farmhouse, has the awesome sized bathroom and a huge clawfoot tub. And clawfoot tubs, usually you can't lounge like she's doing, but you can in this one. And this is the iconic poster, which good for them because of course it sells the movie, but she's conveniently covered by the bubbles art, but really well done. It's just enough where you're like, whoop, whoop. But, and I will point out that, I don't know if you know this term, but she turns the knob with her foot to shut it off. Yeah. Which I've done before because I have clawfoot tubs. And that is called aquadextrous. Oh, thank you.
Nice.
No, it's aquadextrous.
And we know these things are here because there was a shot outside of them lifted directly from Deadly Spawn. Yep. I mean, lifted. It was the exact shot of the things in the foreground and the house in the background. I was like, oh, it's Deadly Spawn. He took it right from there of those creatures. But we're going to see that sluggy creature coming across the thing, going up around the side of the tub. Now, this was Erik, you might have done a little more behind the scenes stuff. This is where I'm like, okay, is this a real mixture of CGI and practical slugs here? Like, because sometimes I'm like,
yes.
Yeah, okay.
When they're doing the guys, the practical effects and the CG guys work together very well. And they're like, oh, no, this is better this way. This is better this way. So when you're seeing them slug along on the walls and stuff like that, that's the CG. And when it goes up the side of the tub, CG. When it's crawling along the floor, then you get practical. And then, so they mix the two.
It's seamless.
Really
it's seamless.
Well,
It's good. So so she's in the tub and we see this thing's crawling around, coming up to
and
the
the
tub.
mom comes in. So we know there's a mom, there's the dad, and then I'm not sure if they're twins. We do a lot with twins too. So we could have spheres, twins, slugs. We could have all these things in our podcast. But they're reading Goosebumps. What are they, 9? Maybe 9?
Yeah,
11?
yeah.
They're in bed. Mm-hmm. So we got a family of 5. But in the bathtub, the thing does a Freddy Krueger claw and starts floating towards her. Yes. And just in time, she goes, oh, and frickin' right in her mouth. Yeah. And I don't know if you know this fun fact, but this is how James Gunn made the movie. This is the first thing he thought of. So he's like, I pictured an alien trying to get into a woman's mouth and she's pulling at it to get it out. I was like, all right. Okay, James. But that's what, all right. An alien, you say, huh?
Yeah. And she's trying.
Alien? What's going on here?
So she's struggling. She's struggling with this thing. But what we see is as it's trying to go inside to colonize her, we're seeing she's having flashes of an alien planet, sort of a red alien planet with these creatures, these worm-like creatures going like and fighting. Yep. And then she's also seeing glimpses of Grant and Starla's relationship. So she's seeing all of that melded together. Yes. So, So
inner brain. What we're seeing here, and great job too, because when you look at that scene, there's a planet behind wherever that planet is. So you know it's a faraway galaxy. It's nothing we've seen before. So apparently this creature takes over a planet and combines these creatures together because they're all to be one big creature. And then she can see, like you said, in everyone's minds that the creature has gone into. So really weird. And also pointing out, this is where your CG and your practical effects really came into play, because she had a live one in her mouth like that, but she's piercing it with her really well manicured nails. But also they had her do, which looks awkward when you're watching it, she had nothing. And she had to put her hands like this and go, and then they put the CG. Yeah. But for James Gunn, respect to him, at no point do you see her bits. All of the cuts, her hair, every time you see, she's completely naked and you never see any bits.
But she is able to get it out of her mouth, and she kills it with the curling iron, the red hot curling iron.
Curling iron on. That's dangerous. Yeah, nice effect. That's a practical effect right there. The little burning of the.
Yeah. And she goes out, but we're going to learn the rest of the family, these things have already been going to town, because the first one she runs into her is her mother. Yeah. And the mother comes at her. Clearly, the mother's been transformed, but spits like something out of her mouth at her. Like this goo comes out of the mother's mouth and kind of hits her on the side of the face. I'm a little unsure. We can talk about it later. The goo seems to affect some people and not others.
No,
Did you?
I'm going to have to back you up on that one. The goo is blood. The mom just has a thing in her mouth and she goes, and coughs.
Oh, okay.
That's what happened. So, and there's blood on her face afterwards.
Okay.
So it's, I know what you're talking about, but
I was a little confused. Yeah.
As to what the blood on her.
Yeah, but she wants to save the two sisters. She's coming.
What would you use to break down a door, Art? You got an axe, a bat. What would you use?
I would.
You got any ideas? Farmhouse. Think farmhouse. What would you use?
I don't know.
Those, you have a horse head statue hanging around.
Yeah. And just bash the door. Yeah, bash the door in. But the kids, clearly, they go in. I'm like, oh, they took the kids. Yeah. Yep. The kids are convulsing. The two sisters. Yep. The twin sisters, I think they are. And they're convulsing. So she has to get out. There's people trying to get in, the sisters. So she gets out on the ledge, and the things are crawling up the sides. Everywhere. They're all over the house, and they're racing up the sides. And so she's got to jump off the roof.
Yep. And she does it. And hats off to the movie, as they didn't make her break her ankle or anything. She did a great drop. She's obviously done it before. That's what I'm thinking. It's date night. And date night. Right. She's like, hey, wait, I've done this before. So she heads for the car, the family truck.
Yeah. Right? Family truck. She gets in it. But those things, they're coming. And they're coming all over the car.
And I think this is where we find out, which sometimes works and sometimes doesn't for me, is that apparently you're coming back. You're not dead. You come back, but all of a sudden you are part of Grant, which is the original critter. But yet you still have your own personality, but you walk like a zombie and you talk like Grant a little bit. So I'm a little confused because they're like, hey, honey, it's family night. It's we're going to have family fun day tomorrow. So it was very interesting. I'm not sure how this critter works with the mind thing.
Yeah. Because back at the farm, the barn, sort of, they're all saying, oh, these people are the ones who it went into their mouths. They're going, oh, it's good. Thank God they're still alive. And the deputy, the mayor's like, this not nothing to do with God.
Yeah. He goes, this is some fucked up shit. I think that's where he says, and I watch Animal Planet.
I've never seen anything like this, and I watch Animal Planet all the time.
Maybe that's later, but it's a funny line. I watch Animal Planet all the fucking time. So they come back, and our mustache guy starts talking to Starla like Grant.
Yeah, he pops up
baby. Right? So now we know that Grant is everywhere now.
He's talking through these people. It reminds me, you mentioned phantoms, and it reminds me of phantoms. It was the same thing where the people resurrected would talk through their mouths like the creature, but here it's they're talking. It's Grant. It's the way he talks is his phraseology.
Very it's Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Like everybody's one.
Mm-hmm.
I think,
and,
right?
And what he's saying is, I know you're mad at me for trying to do this, but you can't blame somebody for acting according to his own nature. That's what he says.
Yes. And apparently this alien has never been in a human body before. So whatever it's taken over before, it hasn't have all these emotions. So he's still kind of like, I still love you. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to do what I would normally do, which is take over an entire planet.
Yeah, but he can't. It isn't. I will give James Gunn this. It is an interesting sort of thing he's introducing here, is the aliens that usually take over, but it's having this conflicted feelings about being in love with this person. Yes. So
James Gunn said that he didn't want this to be just a monster that's taking over. He wanted it to have it feels, and so it's not really evil. It's trying so hard, but it's still going to do its job, which is take over the world. So, and this is where we find out what you're talking about, Art, before what you thought the mom did.
What's that? Well,
there's 3 ways this creature works, right?
Yes.
So one is it infects you with the barbs. The main monster shoots the tentacles into you and impregnates you, right? We got that. Then we got the critters, the sluggies, and they go into your mouth and possess you. But apparently the third thing is they need to eat meat. So I guess we'll call them the zombies, which is not entirely true. The zombies can now spit this acidy goo. And I guess the reason why they do that is so now you're meat and they can feed you, because you have to eat if you're impregnated. If you're like Brenda, you got to eat. But you can only be impregnated by Grant. Alien Grant's the only one who can fill you full of babies. So that makes sense?
I think I'm going to have some more questions as we go on.
Damn it.
But Starla kind of, so the female deputy gets that stuff on the side of her. One of them throws that goo onto her, and she's like, it burns, and her face is swelling up on the side. And then Starla shoots the deputy that's possessed. Yeah,
because
she shoots his head off,
and he's like, I'm gonna show you. Blows his head in half. Really good.
But then there's like when she blows his head off, there's like a little tentacle in there where his head is.
The critter. The critter comes out and escapes. It leaves.
Yeah.
So, and here's where Starla, all of a sudden, now she's like a fashion statement, and she can shoot. She's a hero. She's not like, help me. She's shooting people's heads off.
Yeah. And we're going to cut back to the farm, the student mayor farm. Kylie's stuck in the car and the family's gathering around.
I don't know what's going on here with the comedy, but like, man, what I say before, family fun day, like, hey. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, here's what I think I brought up before is, why are they calling her like a whore, slut?
Yeah.
Like, is it because that Grant thinks that Starla wanted to have sex with the cop? So he's calling Starla a whore and a slut, so that all the others are like, whoever's there, whore, slut.
And then, like, I heard one snatch of dialogue, Erik, like, Uncle's gonna have a good time or something, right? That? Like, you are, it's kind of weird stuff that's coming out.
I think you figured it out. There's the story that we're not seeing here is the Kylie.
Yeah,
Kylie lives with her uncle and aunt. That's not their daughter. Oh, solved. Mystery solved. With one line, Art, mystery solved. Everyone, now we know she's adopted.
Yeah. Yep. Then Bill shows up because Bill's come back here. Bill, I love Bill like he was with Brenda. Remember, like what's going on? Like, Bill's like, what's happening here?
Yep. It's
and the guy's like, what does he say? It's poison ivy. Poison ivy. And the two little
wait,
girls
the
are like,
uncle,
it's itchy.
Yeah.
It's itchy.
So that the alien Grant's really trying to pull it off as a person. But they rescue her from the car, because here's where they're not zombies, but they're slow. For some reason, they're slow, and I don't get it. Why are they all so slow? I think it's because the critters don't know how to operate the machinery yet. They're like,
yeah.
And so they have a car rescue. They run back to the car. So I think who we have in the car now is Kylie and Bill and the mayor and Starla. Right? But
they're the ones who've made it out.
Yeah, but not before Starla freaking stabs the deputy, that slim deputy you're talking about. Stabs him in the freaking neck with one of those metal fence post things.
Yes.
And I'll let you do the line. I bet you already know the line. What's the mayor
I don't know
say?
the line.
What does the mayor say?
I don't know what the mayor says.
Oh, all right.
What is it? I missed that one.
Starla do that. And he goes, "This bitch is hardcore."
Yeah. Imagine this movie without the mayor.
Oh,
like I think he adds quite a bit. I
don't think you could do anything.
And so they're going to drive down the road, and
This is where we find out Kylie knows a lot.
Yes. Yeah, she's telling them what she experienced there.
Yeah.
And Bill wants to lighten the mood, though, Erik. He's like, how's everybody's evening?
How's everybody's evening? Okay. You good? But it's what are you going to do in this situation? You got to.
And the mayor's pissed because there's no Mr. Pibb in the cooler.
I love Mr. Pibb. Watching this, I went, I understand, Mr. Mayor. No, Mr. Pibb. He's like, no, Mr. fucking Pibb. Yeah, pretty funny. But that's not him talking. That's the cocaine. All right.
Yes.
That's the coke.
Right. He's going.
Big shout out to
nuts.
Mr. Pibb. Mr. Pibb, I love you.
And then Pam from the office she's a receptionist here too. We learned she's the dispatcher.
Always a receptionist.
Yeah. Yep. She's and Jenna Fisher, and she's going to get her little scene here because Police Chief Bill's calling back.
Yeah, Shelby, like he asks her a question and she nods and he goes, "Shelby, are you nodding?" Yeah. But this is where we find out that the reiteration is that the alien goes from place to place, devours the worlds. So what he does is he gets pregnant, takes over with the worms, and then devours the rest. And then when the planet's all done, you go on to the next one. But it's really one entity taking over.
Erik, how does he go on to the next one? I was wondering, how does he go on to the next one?
An Uber? Is it what? Does he like have the Grubhub app and then the person shows up, or he's the food that gets delivered? I don't know.
Because he came in on a meteorite.
Yep. Not a ship.
Yeah.
Luck. Is it luck?
Yeah, I just don't.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm like, how does he get there? Yeah. I didn't quite figure that one out.
Maybe the meteor's a little spaceship. It's disguised. I don't know. But you know what, Art? One of the great lines. If I weren't about to shit my pants, I'd be fascinated.
That's right. Our mayor again. Our mayor's cooking, Erik, with he's throwing nothing but fastballs.
Yep. Poor Shelby though gets possessed.
Yeah, the things Shelby looks up, she hears the squirming. They come through the air vent over her, come falling down on her. But it's just cuts. We don't see it. Yeah.
No, but we see her afterwards, and then we find out. Okay, if one of them sees it, they all see it.
Yes.
Just like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah. And Shelby says, "We got a little surprise for you set up," and yeah. She's just sitting there. Her head's kind of in a weird crooked angle, and her mouth is all screwed up.
Yeah,
and they get in a car wreck.
There's a big car crash.
Mm-hmm.
So Starla,
and they take Starla. They take the group of. I know we keep calling them zombies, Erik, and they're not zombies.
I'm trying not to.
The mass of those. We'll call them the zombies.
Fine.
They take Starla out of the car, but not violent. They're kind of gently taking her out of the car, pulling her out of the car.
Yes.
And Police Chief Bill and Kylie get out as well.
Yes. But the mayor gets dragged away too.
Mm-hmm.
The mayor gets dragged away. And I just observations, Art, that's all these are. Do you understand me?
Okay.
When I say this, is I think that that Starla has a very well-made belly button. That's all I'm saying. I'm just observing. I'm like, oh, that's a really good one. That's all. I'm just saying. Okay, that's it. We can move on. Apparently, her bottom and her belly button are both very attractive. Okay, move on. Yeah. Stop talking about that. Let's go. Let's go. So
Kylie and Bill, they're making their way to the police station. He's trying to make his way back.
They got to get that grenade.
The grenade.
That awesome grenade.
But what we're noticing is, as they're sort of making their way through the town, the zombie type people are like dragging other carcasses everywhere. They're sort of dragging. In sort of all going in one direction, but they're all like dragging dead people or dead animals,
and
with them everywhere.
They're spitting on people to kill them too. They're like,
that's right. Yeah, they're using that.
These ones aren't being infected, I guess we could call it. So right. And so they're so we're noticing that. So Bill goes into the police station. He has says to Kylie, "Wait out here." He goes in, and then he gets attacked by. What?
A deer, a monster deer. That's like I wasn't expecting this, but it's shot. I have to say, at least in the print I watched, like when I was watching, it's very hard to really make out this creature. It's not. I didn't do a lot of pausing to see, but I was like, "What is it?" It's sort of like a werewolf / deer, right?
It's a deer that was possessed by one of the little slugs.
Yeah.
So here's my problem. My confusion is. Okay, so this creature is got human memories and stuff, intelligence and everything. So when they infect the deer, is the deer like, what the fuck? And then now a human? What's happening? Is the deer going, oh geez, oh my God. What or is it just act like a deer? So I need to know.
And the way it's fighting, I think of like a deer, like with the hooves, like how it's like holding him down. It's like
the deer
getting up on top of him. Yeah, it's a very interesting attack. But he's saved by Kylie. Kylie saves him. Saves Bill. Yeah.
Yep. Kylie saves him, and he's like, "Don't tell anybody about this or something."
Meanwhile, back at the homestead, the Grant they're preparing Starla. They're cleaning her up gently. The zombies are kind of wiping her like down and combing her hair with the brush. Which we'll have to remember that brush.
They put that nightgown on her.
Yeah.
So we have to imagine, everybody, that this is not zombies, by the way, but not zombies. And Grant, they're all Grant. So Grant's like getting her dolled up because I guess he still is like, nah, I don't want to kill this woman. I love her. We all love her, apparently. Ooh.
And then
the mayor's alive.
Then we get the mayor.
Right?
What?
Is the mayor alive? The mayor's alive, right?
The mayor's alive. Now, is this downstairs in the house? Is it the basement of the house?
It's the basement.
Yeah, he wakes up, and as he's coming out of it, we just hear all the eating and snacking so we know something's. I thought what was going to happen, Erik, is we were going to reveal he was being eaten at the moment. Like he was going to look down and they're gnawing on his legs. That's what I thought was going to happen in this moment. Yeah.
No.
But he looks over and he sees all these people and they got the distended. There's one woman who has a distended belly.
Yeah. Most.
And I wonder if she was impregnated. Like I wonder if
all the people who are eating.
The people who are eating, you're right. Yeah. They're impregnated.
We have to go over the beginning class art when we were talking about reproduction and survival.
And one woman is like, what are you looking at? What are you looking at me? Don't look at me.
What Grant says a lot.
Yeah.
He's like, don't look at me. Don't judge me. So the alien is saying this. So the alien got like a complex. And remember the alien, when it first came out, I'm thinking the human body's probably a lot better looking than what you started with, buddy. But they're like, don't look at me.
And then is this where we find out Grant's a liberal?
Apparently. No, we find out that
because this woman starts saying, damn Republican mayor.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta run you Republican mayors out of this town.
Yeah. So
is that Grant? Is that Grant's brain?
I don't know because, they were talking about Family Day and all that. So maybe it's this woman. She's a Democrat. And he's so I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Like why they added that. Like, why do we need to know about the politics of the town? But the mayor tries to escape.
But he gets the ten testicles.
He gets the 10 testicles.
Yeah,
Yep.
he gets
so
them.
that means that was Grant. Alien Grant did that. Alien Grant's the only one that can
At the
shoot
top of the
those-
stairs, he opened up the door. Yep.
So I guess the mayor's going to turn into a muncher now.
Yeah,
Right?
Starla wakes up and she's hearing. Yeah, it's like I get the idea that all across the town you're hearing people saying things. That's basically Grant saying all of these things. So so she's just hearing outside the window, like you said, weird things of like horror and this and that and all
Alien
these
Grant,
weird things.
He's conflicted. Alien Grant is conflicted. He's like your first love, and they cheated on you with the football player, and you're just pissed off. That's what's happening here. But it's like, Starla, get down here. I hear you. We know you're there. Come on down. Something like that. But
it is kind of eerie, and she goes over and she's smart. She palms that antique hairbrush.
Nice.
She takes it out, and sort of palms it, puts it
really nice. And apparently you can take the brushes off. I forgot you could do that. And
and it has a very pointy
I wasn't
handle.
Paying attention during that scene. How does she conceal it, Art?
Yeah.
How does she conceal it? I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the wallpaper.
Would this be number 3? Would this be?
No.
Oh, it's not.
No,
it's not number 3.
No. Well, no. It is. It is not number 3. This is 2.5.
2.5.
Yep.
She sort of puts it down into her panties. Like she's just sort of puts it down.
I wasn't paying any attention to that.
You didn't see that. Yeah.
What color were they?
I don't know.
Actually. Oh, you don't know? Okay. So we don't know if they were white. But yeah. No, I thought it was well done. They didn't spend a lot of time there. So thank you.
And then
go ahead. No,
we see the stereo. We see the stereo system and the tentacle. The tentacle comes in and just click. It gently clicks on the stereo.
Yep. You're every woman in the world to me. Yep. And now we know, kind of like you're every woman in the world, kind of makes sense a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. And then, so she's coming down and we got that music playing. But also what it does is the music underscores everything else that's going on. So Bill and Kylie are making their way through the town. So the music, the air supply is also the score for them making their way through the town amidst all these zombies. I like this stuff when movies do this. I just kind of like when people find fun ways to do that. Yeah.
It's a James Gunny thing too, which is cool. He kind of incorporates the music into what's happening. Mm-hmm. My thought was, who the hell put up all the freaking pictures of Starla?
Yeah, it's a shrine everywhere.
Everywhere. Like, so did he have everybody
so many pictures. So many.
Yeah. Did he do it with his incredible speed, or did he have the not zombie people do it? Because they're kind of lanky.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. And the mayor, we see, by the way, the mayor's eating somebody, but he doesn't look like he likes it. He looks very conflicted about it.
Yeah. When he takes a chaw out of somebody's calf. Yep.
Yeah. He doesn't like, it looks like it's that thing of he can't help it. He needs to do it,
but he to do it for the baby,
but he doesn't.
You need to do
he's
it
not happy about it.
For the little spawn.
And then Starla goes downstairs and we get the reveal of now the final form or whatever of Grant now.
Wicked gross, because he's a pile. It's in the living room and he's taken over a lot of the living room, like grown all over a lot of it. And he's got people attached to him. And this one, they got the guy with a really good butt for being a very big man, but a guy disrobes from behind, big, like 40-year-old chonkin man with all pussy things. He walks right into the mass of people and like gets absorbed. And I was like, wow, really gross and really cool.
Because the way they're doing it is Grant's in the living room, but it looks like he's burst sort of out of the house a little bit. So he's cracked through the wall and he's growing. And so people are coming from all over and just sort of absorbing into him.
Yes.
So what's that part of the process, Erik?
Well,
have you figured that out?
Yes. They all are Grant, the alien. So they all converge and then they grow to this enormous entity and basically take over the entire planet. If you overlook, air travel and underwater. If you overlook all that stuff, then this entity is going to take over the entire world somewhat slowly. But
yeah, because I think Grant is saying, I think one of his lines is "Soon I will be all," right?
Yes.
I will be all.
Yes, but not too soon, Art, because you're not going to book a flight. You're going to have to pay for more than one seat to get on the plane. So I don't know how that's going to happen. But it's a really grotesque scene. What's that? There's a movie like that where at the end of the movie, people were absorbing each other and it was like a party and it was really gross. Reminded me of that. It was a Cronenberg film, I think.
Yeah, it was very Cronenberg-esque.
Yeah, but super well done. Well done.
And we see him, once again, Michael Rooker is having to act through this makeup. And now his face is just that side of his mouth, like you said, is really going up. He's got tentacles coming out of his head.
Everywhere,
everywhere. But he's emoting. We're feeling his conflicted thoughts and his anger and everything.
Upset.
So
he's upset, Art, but he still wants to love Starla. And, first he's going to kill her. He wraps a big tentacle up, which is a CG and practical, but it looks good. And
almost like a big anaconda or something going around.
They're having a touching moment. And outside we see that the Bill and Kylie, and he looks and he goes, "Well, now that is some fucked up shit." I mean, I'm just thinking.
Yeah, they're at this point. They've made it to the house. They're outside the house
with the grenade.
All important grenade.
Yep. And now because Grant can't talk because he's got that face, all the other people are talking for him. They're like, "Starla, you betrayed us. You're nothing but a slut." And she's like, "No, I love you."
Yeah, it's a lot of that.
Yeah.
But she's trying to convince him we're married, the vow is forever. She's talking all this stuff. And he loosens the tentacle around her starts to fall.
Yep.
Starts to fall down.
And just so we did pass over number 3. So number 3 right here is close up. Butt close up. So 3. There we go. Thank you. 3, Starla's butt. 3. And that's it. There's no more close-ups of her butt. That's it. So go ahead. Continue with the important stuff.
No.
So she wins him over for a moment. She gets right up to him.
Right. He remembers he loves her.
Yep.
Yeah. And like I said, he's doing a good job here.
This guy's in makeup for like 8 hours. He's got to sit there.
God.
He had to do back exercises. He would go off to the side like,
ooh. Yeah, crazy.
But he said he loved it. It was so exciting.
It's good. Kudos to him, and it's a good performance.
Yep.
And she has that sharp mirror back in her panties,
underwear. We call it underwear, Art. We don't say panties.
It is her underwear.
Unbelievable.
And she just gives it. Stabs him, and it's gross and right in the neck. But he takes that huge tentacle, swats her immediately, and you see the power in it. She kind of goes across the room, sends her right across the room.
Hello, survives. And he didn't split her in half either. He's still being gentle because he could have just cut her right in half. But
and Kylie and Bill get into the house, and the mayor's there. And mayor does not want to live life like this.
No.
Yeah.
No. I think it's so funny. Kill me. All right. Dead.
Yeah, he's dead. But you know what? Good for the mayor. I was like, okay, good. In the end, he's like, don't let me live like this.
I don't want to do this. Yeah.
Yeah. And they come in and you think, okay, I love this. Bill's got the grenade. But he pulls the pin and it's that thing of the grenade gets knocked out of his hand. It goes over to the couch. He's trying to find it because the time's ticking down. And Bill gets whacked by the tentacle right out of the house into the pool area. And I love it, Erik. The grenade bounces into the pool and it's like bloop.
Yep.
It's like
oh shit.
All the build up for this grenade, and it's just a little plop from under the water because it's.
And here's another reason why everybody should grill. If you're not grilling out there, folks, grill just in case you need it for any kind of attack, zombies, anything. You need propane near the house. It is a survival tactic that you can use.
I think we've seen propane come to save the day in a couple of movies we've done, Erik. So many things.
Yeah. Either killing the heroes or killing the bad guys. But yep, you need that propane around the house.
Right. And it's there, but so the tentacles are coming out to get Police Chief Bill here. And one of them gets him, goes into his midsection. The other one he's struggling with. It's that big, he's struggling on the ground with it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But Art, this is why he's not infected, because apparently you need two in order to get impregnated. You need both of them in your bod, apparently, which they don't mention at all in the movie.
Yeah.
I had to look it
what
up.
I wonder, Erik, in that rule, what I thought after I watched it through the second time, I thought maybe, because remember you said it was pumping something in.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if it's a circuit where he has to have both in, and somehow it's a circuit that it has to be connected.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I was thinking it's epoxy, where you got two things. They don't do anything unless you squish them together. So he's got one part A and part B, and they can only get part A in. But Bill's very intuitive as to his surroundings.
Yes, and takes the one of the tentacles that he's struggling with and jams it into the propane hose and the propane tank.
So the propane tank, which is about 28 pounds when it's full. It's about six to 10 grills that you can do, but not this one, buddy. This one's filled to capacity because it's going right into.
We see it chugging
Grant.
through, right? We see it chugging through the tentacle into the guy.
But very tense because there's dozens, if not hundreds of not zombies coming towards the house. They're all coming.
Yeah, he looks out, over the pool area, right? And sees just acres of zombies heading towards them.
Acres. Yes.
Acres of zombies like just out there.
Yeah.
So
and then he
he gets into the house and Starla, right? Starla shoots.
Shoot.
He says, shoot him. And then that, blah, it's like just a big,
it's a great,
messy explosion.
Yeah. Super explosion. And when Alien Grant explodes, all of the zombies drop to the ground dead because no alien thing comes out. So they die. They all die.
Yeah.
I just want to point that out, Art.
I think I know where you're going.
They all die.
Mm-hmm.
So the entire town, anyone who's infected or they're
they just drop where they are.
All dead.
Yes.
So the main alien dead, all the possessed people are dead.
Yeah. And so Grant gone.
Alien Grant
and lots of the whole town is basically dead now.
Dead. Everybody's dead, Art.
It's not like
I
was wondering, Erik, for a brief moment, if they would all start to get up and go like in movies sometimes, oh, wow, what happened to me?
That happens. Yes. The faculty, same thing.
Right.
Except the faculty, everyone's like, what?
Yeah.
But I don't all dead.
No, they walk out.
Dead.
And so they're all walking out, looking around it. And then I guess they're going to walk to the medical center or they're going to walk.
It's only about, it's off.
Even though there's a truck right there. Like
there's a freaking car right there, Art.
I know.
They could take anyone's car right now.
I know.
They decide to walk. And it's just Bill and Kylie and
Starla.
And Starla. Those are the only ones left in the movie. And then remember the deer situation where Kylie killed the deer for him. And he said, don't tell anybody. I'm going to just tell people that I did it. And she's like, okay. So the last line is, Kylie, why don't you tell the story about how I saved you from that deer? And she's like, oh, yeah. Yeah. Right.
And that's it. They walk credits as they're walking away the whole time them walking down the street. I did watch the credits all the way through.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yep. Because I know that James Gunn likes to add stuff. He likes to add stuff.
No, Art.
No,
that doesn't work. Yeah. At the end, there's a cat and there's I don't know where this is, but there's apparently what we saw at the beginning. There's a version of that with the little barb.
Yeah.
And then you hear, so my thought is, no. Where did that come from?
Yeah. I I don't know either.
Okay.
And also, I was like, were they planning on a Slither too? Were they
maybe,
or was it just a fun thing to put it in there? I didn't get it either, but I did watch. I said I just had a feeling
you got to
like
go
that there
to
would
the
be
end of the
something
credits,
at the end.
but I just thought, okay, but you can't do that because you killed the main critter. So all of a sudden there's a piece left and it could start over. No. So those of you watching, if you're watching to the end, forget the credits, forget the credit scene, forget it, because that's it, I guess.
That is it. There was no more Slithers. I don't think it did too well at the box office.
You said that at the beginning, but that's the end of the movie.
Not the end of James Gunn's career, though. I'll tell you that. Yeah. Oh, so that's it, Erik. We did it. Slither.
Yeah,
we covered Slither.
Wait, Slither. Yeah. I thought it was called Crawlies. I can't remember the name anymore.
Crawlies. So I'll tell you my thoughts, Erik, about watching Slither. Like please. I said, almost like a first watch for me. I hadn't remembered much of this movie at all. I did have a really, really fun time watching this movie the first time. I like this mixture of horror and comedy. It's refreshing sometimes when people do that. And once you get into its vibe, I really do like movies like The Color Out of Space or movies where you have these weird alien invasions where it's taking over people. I have a soft spot for those things. I also like it in fiction. I like those types of stories. And so this kind of hit my sweet spot in that way. And it goes pretty gross with its special effects, but it surprises you. It makes you cower a little bit, go, ick, ooh, gross. And it also has a little bit of that humor. I got it. Sometimes it worked for me. Sometimes it didn't, some of that humor. And I appreciated the idea of having this alien that's going to destroy this world also, when it absorbs the human, fall in love. And so now it's conflicted about its ideas of taking things over. I admired all of that. And it doesn't overstay its welcome. Like you said, we've seen this with James Gunn before, even in that Dawn of the Dead remake that he wrote, he didn't direct. It moves. It moves. This movie doesn't take too much time ever. And it gives each of these quirky characters that it sets up, it doesn't give us too much to attach to them, but also kind of gives them each a moment here and there, whether it be a funny line or even their end is highlighted. So they're not dispensable and you can remember them going through the movie. Even Kylie's family, the two sisters, when they're trying to get in the car and they're going, let us in, last chance. There's this moment. And you really get to enjoy those things. So there's a lot I liked about this movie. So I would recommend this movie for horror fans. I think if you haven't checked it out, and you may not have, it didn't have a huge opening or cultural imprint that way. I think it's now much more of a cult classic. People know of it. But if you haven't checked out Slither, give it a chance and check it out.
Yes, I agree. I've seen this. I've seen Wriggle. I've seen Wriggle a few times. And I didn't know who probably the actors were when I saw it at the beginning. I didn't know who they were. I didn't know Banks. I didn't know what's his name, Grant. So I still love the movie, and I'm a big fan of the alien takeover kind of thing, and see how they change it up. This one, they don't really change it up. They just made it a comedy, but still good. Yeah. Practical effects are so good. It does move. I enjoy it. I enjoy that it teeters on the edge of absurdity. I didn't like the end when everybody died. I was like, oh, and then that closing after credit scene, forget it. He's dead. Grant's gone. You blew it. You fell in love. You took a chance and you blew it. So you're not coming back. But I would recommend Crawley. I mean,
Crawley. And now, Erik,
Slugger, Legless, Impregator. Yeah, go ahead. What?
Impregator. There's a box for old VHS that we could have, right? The Impregator.
Impregator. It's coming for you. Oh.
So, Erik,
that came out wrong.
We both like this movie. I feel bad now because we need we're still working on a rating system for our podcast that we can So we need to give this a good rating. What are we going to use? Because we haven't come up with anything.
All right. We
What?
have a rating system. I texted you before the podcast.
Oh, I didn't look. I mustn't have looked at it. I'm sorry. I didn't. Yeah.
It's 8 out of 10 fine fat babies.
Perfect. Now we can use that for every movie that we do
we
going
could
forward.
Just hold up that little chubber. Go look at 8 out of 10 chubbers.
All right, Erik. Well, that's what we thought of Slither. We'd love to hear what you thought of Slither or what you thought of this podcast. You can reach us at midnightcinemapod@gmail.com. You can follow us on the web. Go to midnightcinemapod.com. Please follow us on any of your favorite podcast apps. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Check us out there, but also this really helps. Please take the time to rate and review us there. It really helps people find the podcast when they're looking for it. So, Erik, I have had a great time this week talking about Slither here on the podcast, and I can't wait to join you next week in our Midnight Cinema for another classic movie.
Well, I don't know about you, Art, but my easygoing nature is getting sorely fucking tested. I'm going to take a bath.
All right, Erik. Or deep dive into cult classics, horror movies, sci-fi, all those movies you used to love to watch again and again.
Well, and I'm Erik here in Wheelsy. Actually, nope. I'm Erik. I almost thought you weren't going to introduce me, Art. You'd be like, yeah, we're doing a deep dive. Screw that guy in Salem, Massachusetts. What are you looking at? Why are you?
I was just looking at an uploading thing that was going.
What are you doing, Art? Are you with us today?
I am.
I know it's a different day than we usually record, and
I'm with us today. I'm just feeling a little strange, Erik. I can't explain it. I'm feeling hungry.
Yeah? Oh, you feeling hungry? Must be all those squids on your shirt.
I know. You too, I should say.
Squids.
Today, we are talking about Slither, a movie came out. There's one for the blooper reel.
Your mic has gone fwang a couple times.
Fwang? What do you mean?
It made a noise like while you're talking, fwang, like that.
So did yours. So that's
fwang.
All right, let's just take it again from the top.
Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
And see what happens. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.